All right, y'all. I guess we're live again. I don't know what just happened with that. I have no idea. That was very strange. Stream just went off. Let me know if you guys can hear me now. Let me know if you guys can hear me. There's some shenanigans going on here, guys. There's some shenanigans. All right, y'all. So here we go again. Here we go again. Let me pop this link in the Discord here. Let me see. Come into the Discord and let's go to announcements. That was really strange, guys. That was really strange. I've never had that happen to me before. Never had that happen to me before. Shout out to Super Googly who says, short squeeze, bro. Let's pull out our fibs. Yeah, I'm going to be pulling out the fib. I'm going to be pulling out the fib a lot. I'm going to be pulling out the fib. Guys, as usual, okay, if we can get this stream up to 500 likes, I will do a discount for the course. If we can get this stream up to 1,000 likes, I'll give away the course for free. If we can get this stream up to 3,000 likes, I will give away 0.1 BTC. 0.1 BTC. All right. Okay. Sorry, guys. Okay, so here we are. Here we are. I'm still in the short, guys. I'm still in the short right here. I am, you know what? I do think we're going to come down more here. I think we're going to come down more. And here's why. Let me tell you guys why I think we're going to come down more. First of all, we just had a massive pump. We just had a massive pump. This is the 4-hour time frame. Okay. We came down. We found support on this fib level. Massive pump. Now we're hitting into some resistance, and this resistance has been resistance many times in the past. In fact, we've not been able to come up above this resistance since the 28th of May, which, by the way, was 3 days ago. Now, if we come to the 1-hour time frame, take a look at this. It looks like we're about to print some kind of a top here. Looks like we're about to print some kind of a top right here. It also looks like we are forming a bearish divergence on the 1-hour time frame. A bearish divergence on the 1-hour time frame. Okay, you could see price coming up, momentum coming down. It looks like we're about to start printing a top. If we come down to the lower time frames, like the 24-minute, we can see that we actually are printing a top right here. And potentially what could happen on the 24-minute is we could print, you know, some kind of a head and shoulders pattern on here and come down more. Now, do I think we're going to drop massively? I don't know. That's why I'm just in a short scalp here. That's why I'm in a short scalp right here. But I do think there's the potential to come down more. We saw the divergences printing on the lower time frames. Not only do we see momentum coming down as price was coming up, but we even on the 3-minute time frame can see the money flow coming down as the price is going up. And if money is leaving Bitcoin while the price is coming up, then that means that we will probably come down. And, you know, look at what happened here. We came up, we printed this high, and now we just put in a lower high. And we're still seeing downward direction, downward money flow on that 3-minute time frame. So I am still in this short. I've taken one profit out. My stop loss has been moved to my entry. And we're going to see what happens. Honestly, guys, my main level that I was really looking to short was this 38.1 level here. But when I saw we were coming up to this level, I said, let me go for it. Let me go for it. Yeah, let me go for it. Okay, So let's get back to what we were talking about. I don't know how far into the stream we got before we cut out. But basically what we're looking at on the daily time frame is we do have potentially a bullish divergence forming on the daily time frame. Momentum is coming up, and price from this first green bottom where we closed the candle right here. In fact, we closed that daily candle right at the resistance we're coming up to now. You know, as we speak right now, this is not confirmed, okay? We still have 10 more hours to go, but as we speak, price is coming down, momentum is coming up, and really we could even say that price is trading sideways, right? While momentum is coming up on the daily time frame. So in my mind, that is quite bullish, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do break out of this symmetrical triangle pattern that we have forming right here. And if we do break out, then the targets would be, number one, this very important resistance, the January all-time high, 42K. And if we come above this 42K level, guys, I believe we're going to hit this right here. This is a very key level of resistance that if we can break above the $51,000 level, I would say, you know, the bull market has resumed and there's no more concern. If we go to the weekly and we turn on that 21 EMA, we can see really that, you know, if we're coming up above these levels, we could come back up above, you know, by the time we get up here, the 21 EMA will probably be right in line with the January all-time high. So if we come above the January all-time high, guys, that's extremely bullish. That's extremely bullish. If we don't reject hard off of here, that's extremely bullish. And then if we come up above here, 51.3, then in my mind, now we're trading back in these higher ranges, and we'll probably hit new all-time highs. That's honestly what I believe. And then if we come below and break down out of this symmetrical triangle, then, you know, target one for me would be this $29,000 low, and then below that, you know, you have this right here at the 29.8. We have some other levels in between there, but if we lose that 29.8, I'm expecting us to come down to this zone right here of resistance. I'm sorry, of support. And potentially we could find a super nice long entry from there. Let me pop into the chat quick and just make sure we're still here. We are still here. Guys, FOMO into the Jason Casper like button, because if we can get this video up to 500 likes, I'll drop a sweet coupon for the course. Yeah, Crypto Yacht, I am back. J Star P says, looks like it's going to come down at least to the 50 EMA on the 15-minute. Let's take a look at that. On the 15-minute. I usually don't use the 15-minute chart, guys. I usually do not. But what EMA did you say? The 50? Yeah, I don't use the 50 EMA either. I use the 55. But yeah, let's see. I mean, I do think we have the potential to come down lower. I mean, even on, although we did just get a money flow cross up on the 15-minute, so it's a little inconclusive to me. It's a little inconclusive. On the lower time frames, like on the 6-minute, I mean, it looks like things are coming down, right? It looks like we peaked out right up around in here with the money flow, and then we really started to print a divergence where the money flow is coming down while price is still coming up. And, you know, usually when that happens, guys, once we start to peak out on the money flow and then momentum starts to come down, I mean, that's usually where we get a drop to the downside. And because we are starting to print a top on the 1 hour, the 1 hour's looking toppy, the 45-minute looking super toppy, 12-minute, you know, momentum's coming down. Potentially money flow has peaked here. We're going to have to see. We're going to have to see. Because at the same time, on these higher time frames, you know, the 1 hour stuff, we could see money flow curving up. So I think potentially we could come down a little bit more. But either way, I've locked in profit on this short, and I'm still long from lower levels. So it's all good. It's all good. Cyprin Siganek says, this is the problem I was having the last days. There were contradictory indicators on Market Cipher on different time frames. Yeah, so let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Bojan says that CBD is looking kind of bullish, though. That's good to know, Bojan. Thanks for letting us know. So, if Market Cipher is giving you contradictory indications, okay, where you cannot make a decision, here's what you have to do. Here's what you have to do. First of all, it's extremely important that you have levels marked out on the chart, okay? Right now, on my chart, I have many different levels. I have many different fibs, okay? I have fibs pulled all over the place, okay? I have lots of different fibs. And you know, right now, just check this out, right? I have two levels right here. Whoop. Sorry about that. I have two levels marked out on my chart. I have this level, and I have this level. When we come up to a resistance, you should be looking for a short, and when we come down to a support, you should be looking for a long. And if Market Cipher is giving you contradictory indications, then you need to go through the proper steps to determine if you should enter a trade or not. And I made a video about this, but basically, if we're going to be trading with Market Cipher, there's an order of operations that we need to go through. First of all, we need to have our levels marked out on the chart. Okay, this is very important, and we should not even look to enter a trade unless we have levels on the chart, because the levels are going to give us our market structure. Okay, the levels are going to give us a framework from which we can look for trades, right? A framework from which we can look for long and short positions. Okay, and so I just got an alert that Bitcoin is at one of my levels, right? I just got an alert that Bitcoin is on one of my levels. I think my second take profit probably got hit here as well. If we have a level from which we can trade, it makes it much easier to understand Market Cipher. Let's take a look at this short right here. Let's just take a look at the short, okay? You can't just enter. You should only look to enter a trade while the price is at your level. If we come down to the 6-minute time frame, okay, this is what I saw. I saw momentum coming down, okay? Well, I didn't enter until right here. So I saw momentum coming down like this. I saw price coming up like this. When you see something like this, a bearish divergence, you need to think in your mind, okay, price is at a resistance. If it's at a resistance, that means it's probably going to get some kind of rejection off the resistance. Next, you see that there's a divergence, meaning the momentum is coming down and the price is going up. If we go down to the 3-minute time frame, not only is the momentum coming down, but the money flow is actually also coming down, right? We can draw a trend line on the money flow and see that money flow is coming down while price is going up. What does that mean? If money is leaving an asset and yet the price is going up, that means it's overvalued. That means it's overvalued and the price needs to have a correction. It needs to come down and have a correction. And so, even if Market Cipher is giving us conflicted indications amongst time frames, if we stick to the order of operations of 1, waiting for price to come to our level, and then 2, looking at the higher time frames, right? I should have looked at the higher time frame first, but when I saw price coming down, I'm sorry, when I saw that price had come up to my level, I opened up the 1 hour time frame and saw that it looks like we're about to print a top. The VWAP is looking like it's about to come down. So we know on the hourly time frame, things are looking like they're going to come down soon, okay? We don't know how soon, but the hourly time frame, the higher time frames, the 1 hour, even the 2 hour was looking like potentially when we hit this resistance, the 2 hour was looking like we've topped out and could start to come down. Once you know that price is at your level, once you see that the higher time frames are showing a potential top, then you go down to the lower time frames and see what you can see on the lower time frames. And this is where you will find a good entry, And this trade entry happened to me very quick. I was unable to post it in the Discord because it happened so quick. But in the VIP Discord, the VIP Bitcoin TA Discord, this was my entry in here, and it's because of all those things that I saw. And so we can, even if Market Cipher is giving us conflicting indications, if we follow this process, okay, this order, we will be able to find those good trade setups, find those good scalp trade setups. And here's the thing, this scalp trade for me could actually turn into a longer term trade, right? A longer term trade. I mean, right now this thing is up 11%. Well, I guess it's 10x 10x leverage. So 1.1% is currently up. Which is honestly a pretty nice profit, And you don't have to take, for me, like I don't like to take every single trade. I really like to wait until price comes to one of the levels, and then I use Market Cipher in the way I just outlined to determine a good entry. And if you look for all these things where you wait for price to come to a level, that's step one. Step two, you look at the higher time frames to see if we're coming down or coming up. What's more probable? If you look at Market Cipher and you see a wave like this about to cross over, what's more probable? That we just moon, or is it more probable that we come down a little bit? Right now, when I look at this, I say it's more probable that we come down a little bit. And then when you come to the 6-minute time frame, I mean, the money flow and the momentum doesn't lie, right? It does not lie. If price is coming up and money is leaving the asset, well, there has to be some kind of a correction. And, it's interesting because my second take profit got hit, almost to a T right here. And the reason why I had my second take profit there is because I had a level there. I had a level marked out there. Let me see if I can find that level that I had marked out. What was it? About 36.5. Oh no, I can't find it now. But I know that I had a level right here. Yep, it was a 4-hour support and resistance, and it was a fib level. It was a 382 and a 0.5 fib level right here at 36.526. So my take profits, I set one in here as well, just to lock it in. But you can set your take profits based on your levels as well. And now we can start to see on Market Cipher B here on the 6-minute that we're starting to get potentially a bullish divergence, right? We're starting to potentially get a bullish divergence where the price is coming down and the momentum is coming up. And if we go down even to the 3-minute time frame, let's say, we can really see that we were getting a bullish divergence, right? Where the momentum is steadily coming up while price is coming down. Now here's the thing. Until we come up above this high right here, we're still in the downtrend, right? Until we come up and start printing above here, we're still in our downtrend. And so if you're ever in a short position and you're contemplating if you should flip, wait until we start to break market structure, because right now we have our high, and then we have our lower low, and then we have our lower high, and then we have our lower low. So if we come up, and print a lower high and then a lower low, then, make sure you stay in the trade. But, right now I have my stop loss at a place where if we do come up and print a higher high, I will get stopped out of that trade in profit. I will get stopped out of the trade in profit. That's how we lock it in, guys. And if this is something that you want to know more about, if you want to learn how to mark all these levels that we have on the chart, if you want to learn how to pull out your fib, okay, how to pull out a fib like this. Wait, that didn't work so well. Pull out a fib. Let me come to the 4-hour time frame. So when I pull out my fib, it has more of a shock value. Okay, I'm gonna pull out my fib. Everyone's shocked. Look at that fib. Why would he just pull it out in public like that? Well, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why I would pull out my fib in public. Because fibs help you. They help you find those good levels, right? If you pull out multiple fibs, you can find good areas where price is likely to have a reaction. So if you want to learn this, check out jasoncaspertrading.com, where we give you the knowledge and the skills you need to become a confident, profitable trader, where we walk you through step by step all these things, how to do technical analysis, how to use Market Cipher, how to create and test your own profitable strategy, how to use risk management so you don't get wrecked, how to have a plan when you're entering a trade. It's important stuff, guys, especially if you're new to trading. This has helped a lot of people. I don't mean to toot my own trumpet, okay? Not toot my own trumpet, right? All glory to Yeshua the Messiah. But this is everything I wish I had known before I started trading, And if we can get this video up to, let's see right here. If we can get this thing up to 500 likes, guys, I will drop a sweet 21% discount in the chat. And the reason for that, guys, is because it's a holiday. It's a holiday. Yeah. So Kenyon Williamson says, so glad you just don't talk about going to the moon. We need actual analysis. Shout out to you, Kenyon. I appreciate you being here. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. As traders, guys, as traders, and I'm not talking about traitors, right? We're not traitors, right? We're not committing treason over here. We're not going against our government. But for us, it doesn't matter if Bitcoin goes up or down. I mean, as a Bitcoin hodler, I am definitely, I don't want to say concerned, but I as a Bitcoin hodler, I am absolutely hoping that Bitcoin goes to $250,000, right? Of course I am. $500,000. I've been hodling Bitcoin since 2016. Every month, I would buy Bitcoin regardless of the price. I was buying the dip, buying the peaks, didn't care. But as a trader, we don't care if the price goes up or down. We only care that there's volatility. And in order for us to capitalize on that volatility, because here's the thing, if we're in a crazy bull trend like we were in the month of January, you can long and just hold that thing, and man, did I do that, right? I entered long on January 28th. Elon Musk came out, and, if this was the globe-shaped Earth, okay, for all my globe earthers out there, and I know there's some flat earthers in the chat. Shout out to my flat earthers. So if this was the flat Earth, okay, you got to see the flat Earth right here, okay. Depending on what you believe out there, okay. I don't care one way or the other, but okay, Elon Musk came out, and if this was the moon up here, he tweeted, and SpaceX rocket ship came up like this, and we just went all the way up to the moon. He tweeted once, then he invested in Bitcoin. Boom. You could just hold that long forever, make a ton of money. But the truth is, the markets aren't always going to be like that. And so if there's volatility, what we need to be able to do is we need to be able to do our technical analysis and find levels that we can expect a reaction from, and then it doesn't matter if we're going up or down, right? Because we can make money on the way up, and we can make money on the way down. On the way up and on the way down. And, yeah. So shout out to Kenyon. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Shout out to Crypto Yacht, who thinks the earth is banana shaped. I'm actually in the same boat as Crypto Yacht, because here's the thing, Crypto Yacht, bananas, okay, they're also the shape of a boat, okay? They're the shape of a boat. And you know what kind of boat this is, right? This is a yacht. This is a yacht, Crypto Yacht. So this is probably why Crypto Yacht is a big fan of the banana-shaped earth, because Crypto Yacht, all he does, he chills in a yacht all day and trades crypto. Shout out to Crypto Yacht. He's actually a really good trader, Crypto Yacht. He's a good trader. I like the guy. Ellie Gasper says, I think Bitcoin is going down no matter what. Is there a video on how to make money on the way down? Hitchy wants to know. Yeah, I think that I'm pretty sure I did make videos about how to make money on the way down. And really, guys, the way to make money on the way down is literally the opposite of how you make money on the way up. If Bitcoin is in a range, here's the thing. Most of the time, if you're trading, we're going to be trading in some kind of a range where price action is moving sideways. Most of the trades are going to be while price action is moving sideways. It's going to be rare that we find ourselves in this kind of situation. Okay, this is not every day. Okay, this was a few months of Bitcoin's history, but if we go back before that time, we can see that we're mostly just trading sideways here. We're trading sideways. So if you're trying to enter a massive long position, right? If you always think that Bitcoin's going to the moon or going down to Hades, most of the time you're going to get sliced up in here. But if we have some levels marked out, then we can actually capitalize on these movements. And so if we're coming down, right? I mean, you could have shorted up here and just ridden this whole thing down, which a lot of us did do as well. But it's on the way up. What I like to do is every time we bounce off the 21 EMA on the way up, I like to enter a trade, right? We bounce off the 21 EMA, enter a long, bounce off the 21 EMA, enter a long. Bounce off the 21 EMA, enter a long, bounce off, enter a long, bounce off, enter a long, bounce off, enter a long. And then on the way down, once the EMAs cross, right, once the 21 EMA, which is ribbon 5 on Market Cipher A, crosses below the 55 EMA, then every time we come up against it, you enter a short, right? But really now we've just been consolidating here. So, we've been trading along the moving averages. So Ethereum is printing something right now. Let's check out Ethereum, what Ethereum's doing. Ethereum on the 1 hour time frame is printing the red dot, guys. Is printing the red dot. And, the Bitcoin looks like it's going to be printing a red dot soon too, guys. And the 1 hour red dots really are, I mean, show me a red dot where we didn't come down, right? This red dot, we came down. 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 This red dot, we came down while it was printing, but then we came up. This red dot, we came down a little bit, and then we got a massive pump. So if we're really about to print a red dot, and even if it's a red dot that's just gonna turn into a green dot real quick and get a massive pump, we're still the candle that's printing the red dot is going to come down a little bit. Most of, I'd say 95% of the time. Shout out to the Beijing King, who says, shout out to the traders in the chat. You are loved and probably loved by more people than leveraged traders are. And shout out to Kayhan Lanes Osman, who says, please talk about Market Cipher B on the weekly and what that means for Bitcoin long term. Okay, great. Great. Yeah, let's take a look at Market Cipher B on the weekly, guys. So I think this is important. This is important because on the weekly, just like how on the daily we have an anchor and a trigger, on the weekly, we are about to print a bottom, right? It looks like we're about to print a bottom. The last time we printed a bottom on Market Cipher B on the weekly, below, well, we have to, let's go down, let's take a look at Bitcoin throughout all history, right? That could be a very, this could be a very catabolic, not catastrophic, cataclysmic, no, some other cata word, right? It could be a very powerful, no, catapult, right? Catapult, there you go, caterpillar. This could be a caterpillar move to the upside. And you know, we have to take a look and let's try and find a similar situation. Okay? And I like to let's take a look at the bull run back in 2013. I think that the bull run back in 2013 is very similar to what we got going on right now. Okay? The bull run in 2013, look at this thick money flow. I'm going to put a horizontal line on the money flow right here, okay? Thick horizontal line on the money flow. It's a green line. So, okay, let's make the line thick because it's a thick money flow, so we have to make it thick. Okay, and I'm going to make this orange, an orange thick money flow. Back in those days, okay, back in these days, and we'll zoom into this section, we were actually, believe it or not, I know it doesn't look like it compared to nowadays, but we were actually in a massive bull run. We were in a massive bull run back here, okay? It doesn't really look like it, but if we zoom in, you can see that on the weekly time frame, look at this, and then we had a big drop, right? After we had that big drop, and it looked like we were printing the red dot on the weekly, and the money flow was coming down on the weekly, we printed now a green dot under the zero line on the weekly. And what happens? Not only does the bull run continue, okay, but it massively continues, right? This is like the second pump dwarfed that first pump, okay? And I feel like we're in a similar situation right now where we just had a massive run up, a massive bull run, just like what we had back here. All right, 2013, we're just running on up. We peak, where do we peak? What month do we peak? April. We peaked in the month of April, just like what happened to us in this bull run. And then we got a big old dump all the way down, and it was a pretty big dump. But you know what? Then we got this green dot on the weekly time frame, and that catapulted us. There we go, catapulted us all the way up to this massive high here, and it was a big move. Isn't that right?
Absolutely.
It was a big move. I mean, that's a 1972% move. And that was a good year. Wasn't that a good year?
It was an excellent year.
An excellent year. Yeah, so, I mean, that's what I think could potentially happen here. That's what I think could potentially happen. Now, let me erase all these things that I'm drawing here. And I'm going to come back and take a look. And it's very similar, right? It is very similar. We topped out, came down, and, you know, the money flow's coming down a little bit. Print the wave, maybe in here, maybe June, July, maybe June or July, and then you know, we come back up. I think it's very important to take a look at that. And guys, by the way, if you do not have Market Cipher, all right, and if we get this video up to 500 likes, y'all, I will drop the discount, a 21% discount for the course, because it is a holiday, Memorial Day, the day for Memorial. Johannes Soon says, "Who's there with you?" Who are you again?
Cryptomeister.
The Cryptomeister. The Cryptomeister is here with me, y'all. And yeah, shout out to Kayhan, Alanis, Osman. Yeah, sure. I mean, and we can see on the lower time frames too, like, you know, the weekly is looking pretty juice, right? Pretty juicy. But if we look at the daily, even on the daily, right, what do we see? We got anchor, we got trigger. We go to like the 6 hour, what do we see? We see the money flow is curving to the upside, right? I mean, if we get the money flow crossing over on the 6 hour, that ain't no joke, y'all. That ain't no joke. Okay, so Starladder TV has a good question. He says, hey, buddy, what do you suggest me if I shorted Bitcoin at 36K? I'm not asking for financial advice. Just want to know what you'll do. Should I take profit or risk it and wait until it at least gets on zero? So you shorted at 36K. And here we are. Okay, so Bitcoin is officially, guys, printing the red dot. Bitcoin is officially printing the red dot on the 1 hour. So, guys, you know, this, in my mind, guys, this is not financial advice, but we're coming down a little bit more. I think we're coming down a little bit more here. I would say probably, if I had to guess, you know, where I would take profit next, it would probably be like 36.3. Right? Because we can see this is a clear level of support right here. Oof, that is a disgusting line. That is a disgusting line, guys. Absolutely disgusted. I am absolutely disgusted with that line. So let me clean it up a little bit. Let me clean it up. Let me just make it a little bit less disgusting. There we go. I like that much better. And you know what? I'm going to change the color on it too. I'm going to make it blue. Going to make it blue. That's where I would say at least the next place we're coming down to, guys, and potentially even this 21 EMA. And Savage Trader says we're coming to the 50 EMA. But yeah, and again, you know, why did I enter this position? You know, I entered it this morning at 8:27. It's currently 10:08, so it's been about an hour and a half. I entered it because I went through the order of operations for trading with Market Cipher. The order of operations. And if you don't have Market Cipher, guys, you can get a 5% discount by clicking on the link in the description of this video. Do we have 500 likes? Guys, if we can get this video to 500 likes, I will drop a 21% discount for the course. The comprehensive Jason Casper trading course. 21% off. That's a pretty good deal, guys. That's a pretty good deal. And check out the testimonials. This actually really helps people a lot. And if you're new to trading, and if you're in a short and you don't know if you should get out of the short, if you're in a long and you don't know if you should get out of the long, this will teach you how to come up with a step-by-step plan so that you always know what to do. You should never enter a trade if you don't know what to do. That's so important, guys. This trade, I had a very clear plan. The plan was when I saw that we were rejecting off the resistance. Well, first, my plan was if we come up to a level, look for a short. Step number 2, come to the 1 hour time frame, look to see what looks like is about to happen. It looked like the 1 hour was about to print a red dot, right? Didn't print it yet, but it looked like it was about to. Then you come down to the lower time frames, and you see, okay, the higher time frames saying we're about to print the dot. Lower time frames are saying, okay, price is coming up. Momentum and money is coming down. Okay, momentum and money is coming down. So you enter the short position. And my plan was, if we come back up above this high, I'll get stopped out and take the loss. Okay, so I wasn't going to let myself come into a position where I'm losing money. Wasn't going to let myself come into a position where I'm losing money because I already knew where my stop loss was going to be. I already knew where I was going to cut my losses, 0.7%. I had my take profits set already. I knew where I was going to take profit out of the trade and move my stop loss into the entry so that I locked in the profit. If you have a plan going into a trade, you will not lose money. I guarantee. Crypto Yacht says his short is exactly as predicted. A Profile says, if you don't know what the buttons do on the keyboard, don't do it. Hey, I struggle with that, my friend. I struggle with that. Savage Trader says, doing exactly what Jason Casper is doing. Wonder why. Okay, people talking about KuCoin in here. Bitcoin, if I had to choose, this is not financial advice, if I had to choose long or short on Bitcoin right now, I would choose short. That's just me, guys, because we're printing the red dot on the hourly. But here's the thing, okay? Don't just enter a trade willy-nilly. Don't just enter a trade willy-nilly, guys. Please, please. I beseech thee. I beseech thee. Don't do that. What do you think, Crypto Meister? Should you enter a trade willy-nilly?
Absolutely not.
Why?
That'd be insane.
Insane, right?
You could lose your pants.
You could lose your pants. Well, if you're shorting, you could lose your shorts, and your shorts could end up down around your ankles. You know, it's like you know, when I was in middle school, and for some reason all the guys went through the phase where we enjoyed pantsing each other, right? Like someone would be trying to dunk, and someone else would run up while they were jumping and pull their shorts down around their ankles. And sometimes those unlucky kids, not only would their shorts get pulled down, Crypto Meister, but their underwear too would get pulled down.
All that junk showing out.
All the human anatomy showing out in front of all the girls, right? Because you're trying to be cool, right? You're trying to dunk in front of the girls and show how good you are playing ball. Now everyone sees what's going on because you got your shorts down around your ankles in gym class. And so if you enter a short willy-nilly, I mean, here's the thing, guys. Here's the truth. I wouldn't enter a short here right now because what if we get a bounce off of one of these levels, right? What you know, I don't want to end up with my shorts around my ankles, and that could happen, right? That could happen. So that's why I would want to wait until we get to a level. If I wasn't already in a short right now, what I would do is I would mark out some levels on my chart, which I have all marked out, and then I would wait to enter a long position. I would wait to enter a long position. That's what I would do. Yeah, that's what I would do. So let me come back into here, guys. So what do we have? Do we have 500 likes? No. Let's get this video up to 500 likes, guys. If we can get it up to 500 likes, I will drop that sweet 21% discount. It's so sweet, guys. It's like honey, fresh from the honeycomb. Fresh from the honeycomb. Yeah, let's get into ETH in a second. Lux Algo. Do I have an opinion on Lux Algo? I have an opinion on him. Yeah, I do. I ain't going to say it. Shout out to Memory Man. Thanks to Memory Man, we have 420 likes. Shout out to Memory Man with his 420. Parsha Sharma. I don't know, man. I can't give advice like that. I'm so sorry. Can we expect a bounce from 35K? That is a level that we are. You could look for a bounce from. Moon phases, yeah, I'll have to look into that, okay. Clay, shout out to Clay Farnett. Is TK in the house? I haven't seen him in a while. I'm trying to reach out to him. I sent him a little love letter, you know, a little postcard. I sent him this exact thing in the mail. He got a little postcard that said, "Hi, Carl." And it had his beautiful face on there. He never responded to me. Can you guys believe that? He never responded to me. Yeah, okay. 69 more likes. Guys, let's like the vid. I'll be right back. Give me literally 30 seconds, and then we'll go into Ethereum. All right? 30 seconds, and then we'll go into Ethereum. All right, y'all, we're back. Sorry, had a farm emergency out there. Had a farm emergency. Isn't that right, Crypto Meister?
Yeah, we fixed it though, Jason.
Yep, we done fixed it, Crypto Meister. We're out here on the farm farming. And here's the thing, y'all. I mean, here's the honest truth, right? People are talking about, should I enter a short right now? I mean, if you would enter a short right here, okay, like you were thinking about doing, right now you'd be in the red. You'd be in the red. All right, pretty red, like George W. Bush, right? Like George W. Bush, nice red, Republican. Okay. Now I ain't no Republican, all right, and the Crypto Meister ain't either. We ain't Republicans nor Democrats, right?
We're Americans.
Yeah, that's true. We are, unfortunately, for now. But anyway, I shall not wax political. Sorry. Yeah, what were we going to do? We're going to take a look at Ethereum. But to summarize for Bitcoin, okay, I do think that we are going to get some upward movement. Okay, if I had to decide, if I had to bet, and I'm not a betting man, which is a lie because I'm a trader, so of course I'm a betting man. Since I am a betting man, if I had to place a bet on which way we will break out of this triangle, I would honestly, I think we're going to break up. I think we're going to break up and hit this 42K level. I really do. 42K level, because we got the anchor, we got the trigger, we see the money flow coming up. We've been holding this support for so long, okay? And if I'm wrong, then we'll break down, right? So it could be exactly as predicted either way. We're either going to break up or break down. Keep your eyes on these levels that I've got marked out here, guys. Keep your eye. If we break out of the triangle, keep your eye on 29.9, and if we break up, keep your eye on 42K. And really, I would really look to short here, and I would really look to long here. If we come up to that 51K level, I would really look to short this as well. So okay, let's come over to Ethereum, our good friend Ethereum. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to clear the chart. I'm going to clear the chart, and we're just going to do some. We're going to do some stuff here. Okay, we're gonna do some stuff. Let's go to the weekly. Let's go to the weekly time frame, and just analyze Ethereum. Okay. Now, first of all, we can see on the weekly time frame. Oh, we got 500 likes. All right, let's drop a 21% discount for the course. What should the name of the discount be, guys? Drop it in the chat because I'm going to make a new coupon right now. I'm going to make a new coupon. What should the name of the coupon be for the 21% discount? Let's see if we can vote on it. Yes, the Oliverse. TK Movies is legendary at TA because he took my course. Oh, interesting. Carl's stream got cut off earlier as well. Trippy Doge is a 30-degree Mason. Well, I'm a 33. I'm a level 33 Mason over here. Yeah. I'm a 33 Mason. I'm also a Jesuit. What else am I? I'm a Shriner. What else? What other secret societies am I a part of? Just kidding. I'm none of those things, guys. And Trippy Doge, you should get out of that masonry stuff, man. That's satanic, bro. You need to get out of that. Gayatu is a false god. All right. Okay, show your fib. This has to win here. This has to show your fib. All right, that's the name. All caps. Show your fib. Show your fib is going to be a 21% discount. Percentage discount. 21%. 21%. And let's see. I'll allow 20. This coupon will be able to be used 20 times. 20 times. And there we go. There we go. Show your fib. Let me just make sure. Yep, this is good. Okay, so show your fib is the discount code. I'll copy this and paste it back in. Even though my good friend BJ Menace already did that. Yeah, we don't have to get into Freemasonry here, but I would not agree with that statement, Crypto Crank. I think the doctrines of Freemasonry are, and we won't get into it anyway. Okay, Nick Liner, what's going on here? Well, we just hit 500 likes, and so I'm giving away a 21% discount for the course. Okay? And so check this out. BJ Menace, do you get a special discount for Show Your Fib? Yeah, man. The special discount is 21% off. Use your own code. Do I trade full-time for a living? I guess I do cryptocurrency full-time for a living. I trade, yeah, I basically trade full-time. Basically, yes. I do not have any other source of income at this moment. I used to work with my good friend Crypto Meister. We had a marketing business together. But I don't do that anymore, you know. Shout out to Why Not Tony. Okay, let's get into Ethereum, guys. So Ethereum on the weekly time frame. What do we got here? What do we got? Well, the first thing that pops out to me is for Ethereum, we got the perfect bounce off the 21 EMA on the weekly time frame. Looking quite bullish. Look at this bounce. I mean, there's absolutely nothing bearish about this bounce right now. The only thing that I could say is, you know, if we continue to see the money flow and the momentum coming down, and we lose the 21 EMA, then I would switch to bearish on the weekly. But until that happens right now, things are looking good. The VWAP, all right, the Wapinator is starting to become erect, and it's pointing to the upside, okay?
That's exciting.
It's exciting that the WAP is becoming erect. Is that what you're saying, Crypto Meister?
Yes.
Okay, interesting. Interesting take you have there, Crypto Meister. And so this is the basis for everything. Let's turn on. Let's mark out some weekly levels of support and resistance. So right here, we clearly have a weekly level of support and resistance. Okay, and what I'm doing here, guys, is basically just doing some top-down analysis. Okay, where I'm starting on the higher time frames and I'm going to zoom in. We're going to mark out some key levels so that we can find some good trades for Ethereum. So this is a weekly level of support. Okay, the reason why it's a weekly level is because we could see right here, back in the day, we had the weekly candles opening and closing right on this line, and then we came down, we have the candle close and the candle open right on this line. And then we have the wicks down here, we have the wick up here. This is a clear level of support on the weekly time frame, okay? Then I would say, I mean, we've got this one up here, right? We've got this one up here. And so this is, right now, until we lose this support, this is the area that we should really be keeping our eyes most fixed upon, because everything below and everything above is completely irrelevant if we are traders, right? If we're traders. Memory Man says, oh, those dirty Jesuits. Yeah. I feel you, Memory Man. I feel you. So, let's see. Okay, so this is what's up now with Ethereum. Okay, these are the levels that really I am most looking to be trading. If we come down to the daily time frame, let's try and find some daily levels of support and resistance. I would put one right here. Okay, put one right here. Oh man, I made a dot that I didn't want to make. I'm gonna make this one orange. So the weeklies are yellow, okay? and the dailies are orange. And, if you don't want to sit through this, then, this is real technical analysis right here. We ain't going to say if it's going up or down until we mark out our Sorry, Crypto Meister's over here making me bark like a dog. We're not going to be able we're not going to be able to know if the market's going up or down until we have our market structure here, okay? And what we're going to do is we're really just looking at the chart. We're finding areas where historically price has found a sticking point, and we're marking these levels out on the chart. And then we're going to use other indicators to find confluence. We're going to use other indicators to find confluence. ARF coin. Sumo Jacks, no, I did not have a stroke. Baruch Hashem. No strokes here. Crazy. So what I'm doing, guys, is I'm starting on the weekly time frame, and I'm marking levels where price has historically found a sticking point. I'm coming to the daily time frame. I'm doing the same thing. Shout out to Steve P for the super chat. Shout out to our crypto journey, who may or may not be in the chat right now. Shout out to Joseph Hammer. Man, that's a funny one. Okay, so why not? Tony says, do you get access to the VIP Discord with the course? No, the VIP Discord is only through Patreon, okay? I just cut the price of Patreon in half by 50%, more than 50%. It used to be $100 a month. Now it's $45 a month, where you get access to the VIP Discord. And I'm really trying to be in here more, guys. I'm really trying to be in here more, post more trades and stuff. I'm not always going to get a chance for scalp trades. I'm not always going to get a chance to post them in the potential trade setups here. Like this setup didn't work out, right? We got the bounce before we hit that level, unfortunately. And then the scalp I entered this morning, I didn't get a chance to post it in here because by the time I entered, the price had already dropped. But I'm going to be starting to do that more. Let's see. Is the chat getting weird? Says Dean South. If the chat is getting weird, I apologize for that. How many trades in this bull run have I lost, says a profile? A lot, man. I lose a lot of trades. Everyone loses a lot of trades. I mean, it's just the way it is. But here's the thing. The important thing is when you do lose your trades, that you have a proper risk management in place. Like the trade I entered this morning could have been a losing trade, but I had my risk calculated where I know that the future wins are going to offset my small losses, locking in profit. A lot of times I'll lose a trade and break even because I hit my first take profit, move my stop loss to the entry, and I either will exit the trade in a small profit or break even. You're not going to win every trade. That's just not true. That's not true. So okay, so these are the weekly and the daily levels for Ethereum, and these are the levels that I would really be looking to trade. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the weekly time frame, and I'm going to pull out my VPVR indicator. This is a volume indicator that will give us some important levels of support and resistance. So we can see right here what this volume indicator does, y'all, is it basically shows you areas where there was a lot of trading, okay? A normal volume indicator, a normal volume indicator will tell you how much volume was traded within a certain amount of time, right? So we can see down here, this big purple candle is showing us there was a lot of volume traded during this week. But on the side here, this is showing you how much volume was traded at a certain price. And when you see the line coming through this VPVR indicator, this means the most volume for all of Ethereum's history on Bybit was traded at this price. So this is a level that we need to mark off on our chart. And I'll draw a line here, and I'm going to make it hot pink because I always make my volume levels hot pink. And I'm going to say that this is basically the point of control of the entire move, basically, of the entire history. All right? What do they call this? They call this the global point of control, right? For the entire chart. And then I will also mark this area right here. This is the value area high. The value area high of basically, so yeah, we'll call it the value area high of the global chart. And if you're unfamiliar with what I'm doing here, you can see that this volume indicator is bright here and then it gets dark. Okay, what this does is it's outlining a range for us. It's outlining a range where it's telling us that most of the volume was traded in between where it's light and then where it changes dark. This is the high of the range, and then down here is the low of the range. This gives us areas of support and resistance. So we can also put a level of support down here at about $914. Yeah, because this is the value area low. Okay, this is how you're going to mark out your charts. Okay, so now we need to obviously zoom in and get some more levels, right? Because this is great for like the macro stuff, but what about the micro stuff, right? What about the microorganisms? All the microorganisms, the bacteria, and the viruses that are living in between these lines. You know. Now we need to pull out our fibs, okay? And Miguel Coix says 33 Masons are evil. You know, I would say that the doctrines of Freemasonry are absolutely evil, and most Freemasons don't know what they're getting themselves into. But if you get up to that level, you know, right? That's where you know. That's where you know. Y'all gotta read some books if you don't know about that. Okay, so the coupon code. People are asking for the 21% discounts right here. Show your fib. 21% off the course, guys. J Star Peace says another real good YouTube channel is called Traders Reality. Yeah, guys, if you're not familiar with Traders Reality, check him out. He has a great channel. I do watch him from time to time. Sometimes I have a hard time following him. Yeah, Dean Smith, you know, I would agree with you, but I don't want to keep talking about this because this is the TA channel here. And so I apologize, guys, for waxing deviant from the topic, okay? If I can use terminology like that. So right now for Ethereum, you can see we're coming up to this level that I've deemed a daily level here. How did I deem this a daily level again? I don't know. But what we would like to do now, what I would like to do now, is I would like to pull out some fibs, okay? Pull out some fibs. And the way you're going to pull out your fib is you're going to pull multiple fibs, okay, to try and find confluence. When we're pulling our fibs, the goal is to try and find confluence between these lines that we drew by hand. And if we can see that there's multiple indications, right, showing us that, well, actually, first, before I pull out my fib, let me do some more volume right here. I'm going to do some more volume. Let me do a fixed range, and I just want to see the volume that we traded from the time that we broke above this weekly level to where we're currently at right now. Okay? What this does is this will give us the volume in between, you know, two areas. I want to know where was the most Ethereum traded from the point that we broke above this resistance to the point that we rejected off this resistance. And this is telling us that the most Ethereum was traded right here at 23.43. And so we can make this a level of support and resistance, and then the value area low and the value area high. Look at this. Check this out, guys. This is called confluence right here, where we have three lines in the same place. This is called confluence right here. This zone of resistance right now, we can say, is a very, very strong zone of resistance. If Ethereum price comes up here to the 34, you know, between 33.77 and 34.53, we should be looking for a rejection off of this level here, right? let me just real quick take a look at Bitcoin just to see what it's doing here. Okay, I just want to see what it's doing. We got the red dot printing. Okay, we're coming down. I just want to make sure, just to keep an eye on my trades here. Let's go to the 24-minute. Okay, starting to come up. Look, getting a bounce off of support. Isn't that? See, guys, this is why it's important to mark out our charts, because we're getting the bounce off support. You know, and let's see what we could have seen down here on these lower time frames as we're getting the bounce off support. If we could have seen anything that would have told us this. Nope. Okay, so back to Ethereum. So this is called confluence, when there's multiple indications pointing to the same level. What I just did here, guys, with the fixed range it's basically the same thing as the VPVR indicator, which you can find the VPVR indicator by coming to indicators and searching for visible range. But if you search for fixed range, this will allow you to choose the area that you want to find the volume in, because the visible range will show you the volume of everything that's visible on your chart. And you'll see it'll change depending on what's visible on your chart. But the fixed range, that will just show you a very specific, you get to choose the range that you want to examine. And so I've got my fixed range right here. I've got some important levels that I think are worth noting. And I have them marked out in the chart. So I'm going to remove this. And now we're going to start to pull out our fibs, right, Crypto Meister?
Absolutely.
Do you like to pull out the fib?
I don't know. It reminds me too much of AFib.
Right, atrial fibrillation.
That's correct.
Right, we don't like atrial fibrillation in this farm, okay? Atrial fibrillation is not fun, okay? Yeah, so Carlos Vidal, just go to indicators and search visible range. Visible, L-E, space, R-A-N-G-E, okay? And star it, okay? So after that, guys, after we do this, what I like to do is I like to now pull out my fibs. And when we pull a fib, okay, and I go into this in the course, guys. I go into all this in detail in the course, right? We spend hours, 15 sessions going through all this. And you can get a nice discount. 21% off, guys. 21% off. Can you believe that? Jay Holiday, the platform is just Vimeo. Good old Vimeo, and I throw some YouTube vids in there too. Crypto Yacht pulls out his fib on the yacht. That's the way to go, Crypto Yacht. So now what we're going to do is, for our fibs, we're gonna pull multiple fibs, okay? I like to pull them from different swing lows to different swing highs, okay? So I would say, I mean, really the whole entire move of Ethereum comes down here, and pull a fib from there to the all-time high, just to see if we can find any confluence with the levels that we already have marked out. Now, first of all, something that I can see, which is extremely important, is the fact that there's two things I see from this fib pull. I see that right here we have the 0.236 level, okay? So right here on that daily support, okay, and resistance that we did draw out here, it's also a fib level. So what I'm doing is I'm finding confluence. It's a daily, and it's also a 236 fib level, okay? So I know now this is an even stronger level of resistance than I originally thought, okay? And then I see down here that this is the 618, a very powerful fib level. And look at this. We wicked right down to the 618, perfectly down to it. So, I would put my level here, and for fib levels, I like to use a nice green color, and I'll do 618 fib level. Okay, this is important. So I pulled that fib. Let me turn off this fib now. I'm going to keep it on my chart, but I'm going to turn it off so I can pull it out later real quick. Like, sometimes people wonder how I pull out my fib so fast. They're like, Jason, how do you pull it out so fast? Here's how, guys. You just click the I button, okay? Boom. Put it away. Boom. put it away. Boom, put it away. You're under a threat. You know, I've got conceal carry with my fib. I have my conceal carry license with my fib. You just pull it out, boom. Okay? And everyone's going to stop messing with you once you pull out your fib like that. See, people are expecting, here's the thing. If you're out in public and someone tries to mess with you, you know, they're assuming that you're going to have to come over here, you know, click the button, find the swing low, and like drag it up, and you'll probably be on your cell phone, so it'll be really hard. By the time you can defend yourself with your fib, you know, you'll already be dead. But if you have, boom, okay? So that's our first fib. We marked out some fib levels. We've determined the fact that we have very, very important resistance up here. We have very, very strong support down here. Let's pull some other fibs, okay? Let's pull some other fibs out. So I'm going to pull a fib now from this swing low here to the swing high, and see if we can find any other areas of confluence. Well, do we find any confluence? I'll tell you what I do see. I see that this local point of control right here is the 0.65 fib level. So now we can say, okay, this is also a fib level in the golden ratio. So now we know that this right here, this line right here at about 25, 26 is a strong support. Okay, this is a strong support. Okay, so I'm going to turn off that fib now. And let's pull out another fib. Okay, let's pull out another fib from this swing low here to the swing high and see if we can find anything. You're just going to pull out multiple fibs, guys. Multiple fibs, just to see if there's any level of confluence. Wow. Well, I would say, look at this. Would you look at that? Would you look? This daily level is not only a daily level, but it's also the 0.65 fib level. So we're finding confluence, okay? We're finding confluence. We want to see multiple things pointing to the same old... That's my favorite song. We want to see the multiple things pointing to the same levels. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see. And then what we're going to do is we're going to pull fibs from... We're going to pull many fibs, guys. Many fibs. Let's go to the daily time frame now, okay? Now what we want to do is we want to pull fibs from the swing high to the swing low, okay? We want to pull from the swing high to the swing low. Oh, wow. Would you look at this confluence, guys? Would you look at this confluence? See, right here, we already had the global value area high. We had a local value area high. We had a daily level, and we had a 236 fib. Well, now we see that also right in here is the 618 fib level. The 618 fib level. Okay? And so, make this a 618 fib. So now we know even more so. This zone right up here, this area, this box, right? This box is a very strong zone of resistance. Now we know if the price of Ethereum comes up here, we should be looking for a short up here, right? We shouldn't be looking for a long, right? We shouldn't FOMO in when the candle comes, woo! No. We should wait for a rejection to find a short there, you know? Okay, Eli is asking, what's the 21% discount? Okay, let's put it in. Boom, boom. Now, guys, I have to be honest with y'all. You should like this video because this stuff I'm doing right now, this is private stuff, guys. This is stuff I usually do in private. Right, Crypto Meister?
Yeah, we have a good old time in private with that.
With the fib.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Like the video, guys, because honestly, I'm not even kidding. The information that I'm giving you in this video is stuff that you usually would have to pay for. This is some intense stuff, guys. Some top-down analysis going on here. All right, let's see. Okay, so that is an important fib right there. That is an important fib. So I pulled that one from the swing high to the swing low. And you're going to be pulling your fibs from the swing high to the swing low. You can use fib levels as support and resistance. And then what I'll do is I will pull my fib from the bottom of that first dump now to the top Okay, I'm pulling it from the bottom of this first dump to the top of that initial bounce to see if we can find any more areas of support and resistance. And I would say that the thing that sticks out most to me is right here, this fib level right here. This is a golden ratio fib level, and this is sloppy, right, guys? Is this not a sloppy chart? This is a sloppy chart. But here's the thing. Here's the thing about the sloppy chart. We are going to clean this up after, and we're not going to keep all these lines on our chart at the same time, right? We're just trying to find zones and areas where we can really find areas where we can look to trade. And once we find our areas, once they're marked out, then we can go back. We can go back and enter trades, like similar trades to, the Bitcoin trade that I'm currently in right now. Bitcoin trade that I'm currently in right now. Let's see if we can see it. Can we see it? Yeah, we can see it. We can see this Bitcoin trade that I'm currently in right now. And I'm still in it. I'm still in it. And the profit is locked in. That's the thing, guys. The profit is locked in. And now that we're starting to get the money flow crossing down on the 3-minute, that's a good sign that we're going to come down even more, guys. That's a good sign that we're going to come down even more. Let's see on the 6-minute. I mean, we can just see the money flow is really starting to come down here. Okay? Even though we're getting this nice bounce, money flow is still coming down. Now, obviously, we can't tell the future, right? We can't tell the future. In fact, this might be a legitimate bounce here simply because the fact that the VWAP decided to point back upwards. But until we come above this high, right, we're still in the downtrend. We could come all the way up here, and then come down lower. And if we come to the 1 hour, let's go to the 24-minute real quick. Okay, so the 24 minutes looking like we're about to print a green dot right here, which would probably give us quite a significant bounce to the upside. Let's go to the 30-minute. Same deal on the 30-minute. But, on the 30-minute, we have that bearish divergence. Okay, we still see that bearish divergence. So let's go to the 1 hour. 1 hour, we've got the red dot currently printing. You can see that we have gotten a bounce right from a resistance, from a support. That's why it's so important to mark out the levels, guys. That's why it's so important to mark out the levels. Let me see. All right, so let's go back to Ethereum. Coming back to Ethereum. Now, this is important to know, guys, that if you're looking for a short position, right? Let's just say you're looking for a short position. You would have to go through the steps that I you can't just enter a short simply because we're at a level. You have to look at Market Cipher. But if you start to see that we're losing this support now, and we come back under it, right? That's where then you should look for a short on Market Cipher, okay? But again, you have to have your confirmations, right? You have to have your confirmations. So we could pull out many more fibs here. In fact, I'll probably pull out more fibs after the stream. But you're going to pull them from swing highs to swing lows. You're going to pull them from swing lows to swing highs. Pulling from here to here just to see what's going on there. I mean, this is interesting, right? We pulled one from down here to up here, and we've got a bounce perfectly off the 618 right here. Let's go down to the 4 hour. Let's see what else we can see. That's cool, right? 618 right there. We got that perfect bounce from it. I'll mark a level here. And if you keep these, if you want to keep all these fibs on your chart at all times, you can lock them and give them a name. Like, so you remember which fib it is, and then you could turn them on and off, and then you could turn them on at the same time, and really see, okay, where do they all line up together? And it looks kind of sloppy, but you can find some good levels that way. And then you can even mark like level 4-hour support and resistance levels, right? Like I could see right here that price has just found a sticking point right here, right? So I could make this a 4-hour level that, when price comes up here, if it comes up here, I'd be looking, okay, are we going to get a rejection? What's going to happen? Because we can see that that level was our support, our resistance, our support, 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 resistance, resistance, support, support. Let's see what happens when price gets back up there. And then you could do the same thing, up here for these levels as well. And then this is how you're going to mark out your levels. Once we have them marked out, we can look for trades, guys. We can look for those trades. I'm going to come back to the Bitcoin here. There's other things we can do as well. Fib extension levels. You guys know I was trading Ethereum using fib extension levels, which I think I might have taken off my chart. But also we can use trend lines. There's so many things we can do to find areas of interest. I remember if we go to the 3-day, I had this trend line on here, which I think was very important. Right here, this trend line was acting as our resistance from basically the beginning of February, and then we finally broke out of it in April, and then it just got flipped to support. And look at how this trend line is still being respected. Even just recently we got a bounce right off of it, and this is how to mark levels, y'all. This is how to mark levels. And then of course I also like to use my trend-based fib extension, which I get into more in the course, but the way I do that is pull it from there to there to here to see if we can find some confluence. No, where did I really pull it from? I remember I had some really nice fib levels that I had been using, and now I lost them. Oh well, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter, guys. Let's pop into the chat and see what's going on here. Wow, 700 people still with us. Memory Man says, looks like a nice trigger wave forming on the 18-minute. The fib channel. Yeah, I need to look into that more. Lole. Okay, the 1-hour red dot is gone, guys. The 1-hour red dot is gone. 4-hour, 24-minute, looking good. Are we talking about Ethereum now, or are we talking about Bitcoin? Ethereum red dot still there. Bitcoin red dot still there. I guess if you were looking at maybe Heiken Ashi, the red dot is gone. Heiken Ashi, the red dot is gone. Yeah, guys, I'm going to keep the trade open. I'm going to keep my trade open, my short. And the reason I'm going to keep it open is because I've already taken profits. And you know what? Maybe I will, because the 45 is looking pretty bullish. It's looking pretty bullish. The only thing that is in the back of my mind is the fact that we have this bearish divergence. Okay, but this could have been our move. This could have just been our whole move right here, which is fine, right? It's fine. I can close the trade in profit. Yeah. So, okay, guys, that's it. I guess I'm going to cut the stream. We've been on for a while. So if you want 21% off the course, use this code. And yeah, I pray that the Lord blesses all of you in the name of Yeshua the Messiah, Jesus the Messiah. And receive this blessing. Receive this blessing in the Hebrew language. Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. B'shem Yeshua HaMashiach. Elohei Yisrael, which means in English, may the Lord bless you and protect you, and may he cause his face to shine light upon you, may he have grace upon you, and may the Lord lift up his face upon you and give you wholeness in the name of Jesus the Messiah, the God of Israel. Amen. And I do pray that all of you are blessed and that the Lord reveals himself to you in a very personal way. And I will see all y'all in the next stream. Peace, peace.
Hey, Jess.